They are big songs, and they're timeless songs. You know, I've loved these songs ever since I was a kid, and I've made, 6 other albums of mostly original stuff, but I've always kind of had this world in the back of my head, and I've wanted to make this album for a while.
And why was that? Why musical theatre? Did your mum play musical theatre?
Yeah, my parents are very artistic, and took my brother and I away from Nintendo and took us out to see great stuff.
Very wise.
Yeah, exactly. And so we saw all sorts of things, opera and a lot of musical theatre. And I would sit there, and there was something really incredible about the combination of the storytelling and the lyric and the music. And I sat there and I said, well, if I could ever do that one day, I would love it. And my life took a different turn when I was 17. I met David Foster and got a record deal. But I always thought to myself, if the right time came about, I would like to revisit these songs.
Well, you're saying it's like 34 years, really, in the making.
It is.
It's been there,
yeah. And it's always kind of cool too when you make what in your mind you think is going to be a kind of a side project or maybe a little self-indulgent, and you realize that there are other weirdos out there like you who
we're all about it.
We're
everywhere. Everywhere. We're crawling the places.
It's true.
But I've got to ask you. You were talking about when you were 17.
Yeah.
Now something happened to you.
It was a life-changing. Any of us that have been lucky enough to get this far in the business, I think can all pinpoint that one moment where somebody said, hey, kid, I believe in you.
Just takes one yes.
Yeah, and I want to give you a chance. And, they open that door and you have to walk through it. But that moment for me was when I was 17. I met a wonderful producer and friend, David Foster. It was a Grammy rehearsal. Celine Dion and Andrea Bocelli were singing a song called The Prayer. Andrea was sick and couldn't make it, so he called me right out of high school.
Casually.
It's a casual, as you do.
Casual chat?
Yeah, sure. You say, hey, do you want to come in here and sing with Celine? With lots of people in the audience. It was, at that point, there were no dressing rooms kind of at that rehearsal time, so Madonna's sitting out there, the Rolling Stones were sitting out there.
It was match.
Yeah. Not a big deal.
Right,
Normally when you peek through the curtains, you go, oh, my mum and dad's here.
Like
my
grand.
It's like Madonna.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones.
It was stressful, but Celine was such a great friend, and we've sung it a couple times since then. And then Andrea and I sang it.
Was that a career-defining moment for you? Did a lot more people notice you after that?
Well, I think, it certainly wasn't immediate after that. I mean, it takes, convincing the record label. It takes convincing a lot of other people that this is something that you can actually market. But yeah, that was a defining moment for me in my life. If I look back at it, the stars really did align.
And it's not just singing, is it? You love acting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was always a weird kid.
We all were.
Speak for yourself.
Humor was
quite normal.
Humor was something I used to kind of thwart the bullies when I was in high school. But the acting side of it is one of the things I love about theatre, but also something I enjoy doing outside of the music.
Yeah. But it's not just big films that you've done. I mean, you've starred in the US version of The Office with Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
But one of my favourites, The Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Was you Miss Piggy's boyfriend?
I was. She was kind to me, a little bit of a diva, but very, very sweet. And that whole team is incredible. They really just make magic with the way that they're able to make those characters come to life, and sort of sing with Miss Piggy. That's like bucket list,
Tick.
Take it off.
Have you got more ticks to tick off?
Oh, plenty. Yes, absolutely. Well, one of my big ticks is that I'm coming back to play the Royal Albert Hall in May, which has been a dream of mine since I was little.
Yeah.
So, most of my
is that just you, or
yeah, it's my first solo concert there. So
is this part of the UK tour?
Yeah, we're going to be doing a big tour. Yeah.
It ended, didn't it?
Well, we just did kind of a three-date, just kind of preliminary. We played Manchester, Birmingham, and then we just played London a few days ago, and then we played Paris 2 nights ago, which was really special. Yeah. But no, we're going to be coming back and doing a proper.
So you've extended it.
Yeah.
So you're now going right through, I think, aren't you? Is it May next year?
Yeah, we're going to be going through May. Yeah.
We'll maybe put those dates.
And these songs, I think, were meant to be sung live. I mean, as fun as it is to do them in the shower, it really is important, I think, to get these songs in front of an audience where they belong.
And will you be doing all the songs from stages for people that love music?
Yeah, all the songs from stages, maybe a couple more as well. Yeah. But whenever you can get into one of the great stages of the world and have that orchestra behind you and really tell these stories, and there are so many stories around these songs, it's a really fun night.
And I've got to ask you about one of your biggest fans,
yes.
Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
Oprah, I mean, it's like one of your biggest fans since the start.
Oprah and Gail. Yeah, well, I mean, I was very fortunate that Oprah, right at the beginning of my career, she started getting a lot of letters from her viewers to have me on, and I was very lucky that she listened. And anytime she says, hey, you should really check this out, it's a gift to any author, musician, chef, guru.
And she loved you so much, you performed at her birthday.
So well, I did. I perform to her birthday, and she had me on, I think 6 or 7 times. I got a punch card for a free yogurt at the end of it.
Oh, brilliant! That's what we're all in it for.
We're just in it for the yogurt.
We should start offering that on
the
show, shouldn't we? Well, listen, the album's lovely. It's big
Thanks.
show
Fantastic.
tunes. If you love musical theatre, you will love this. It's called Stages. It's always lovely to see you.
It's so nice to see you.
Enjoy
Thanks for
the
having me this
tour
morning. Yeah,
and,
thank you guys.
Thanks,
enjoy your
Charles.
time with us.
I
Thank
appreciate
you very
it.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.